Welcome to Storytime English. Learn English through simple and fun stories. Let's make learning easy and enjoyable. August 1945 marked one of the darkest and most transformative moments in human history. In the final days of World War II, the United States unleashed a new weapon that would change the world forever: the atomic bomb. This is the story of how those devastating events unfolded and the impact they left on humanity. The story of the atomic bomb begins during World War II, as scientists around the world grappled with the possibilities of nuclear energy. In 1939, Albert Einstein and physicist Leo Szilard wrote a letter to U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, warning that Nazi Germany might be developing a powerful new weapon based on nuclear fission. This warning led to the creation of the Manhattan Project, a secret research program in the United States aimed at developing an atomic bomb. Thousands of scientists, engineers, and workers collaborated in labs across the country, including Los Alamos, New Mexico, where the first atomic bomb was designed and built. By 1945, the Manhattan Project had succeeded. The United States had created two types of atomic bombs, one using uranium, nicknamed Little Boy, and another using plutonium, called Fat Man. The decision to use these weapons would soon change the course of history. On August 6, 1945, a US B-29 bomber named the Enola Gay flew over the Japanese city of Hiroshima. At 8:15 a.m., the crew dropped Little Boy, the uranium bomb. In a flash, the bomb detonated, releasing an explosion equivalent to 15,000 tons of TNT. The impact was catastrophic. An estimated 80,000 people died instantly, with tens of thousands more succumbing to injuries and radiation sickness in the weeks and months that followed. Entire neighborhoods were obliterated, and the city was reduced to ashes. For those who survived the initial blast, the aftermath was a living nightmare. Many suffered from severe burns, blindness, and radiation poisoning. Survivors, known as hibakusha, would carry the physical and emotional scars of that day for the rest of their lives. Despite the devastation in Hiroshima, the Japanese government did not immediately surrender. On August 9, 1945, just 3 days later, a second atomic bomb, Fat Man, was dropped on the city of Nagasaki. Unlike Hiroshima, Nagasaki was not the primary target. Poor weather had forced the bomber to divert. At 11:02 a.m., the plutonium bomb exploded, killing an estimated 40,000 people instantly and leveling much of the city. By the end of 1945, the combined death toll from the two bombings had reached over 200,000. The horror of these attacks left the Japanese leadership with little choice. On August 15, 1945, Emperor Hirohito announced Japan's surrender, bringing World War II to an end. The use of atomic bombs ended the war, but it sparked intense debate about the ethics and necessity of such a weapon. Proponents argued that the bombings saved lives by avoiding a prolonged invasion of Japan, which could have resulted in millions of casualties. Critics, however, condemned the immense human suffering and questioned whether such force was truly justified. The bombings also marked the dawn of the nuclear age. Nations around the world began to race to develop their own nuclear weapons, ushering in the Cold War and an era of fear and uncertainty. The devastation in Hiroshima and Nagasaki became a grim warning of the destructive potential of nuclear warfare. In the decades since the bombings, Hiroshima and Nagasaki have become symbols of peace and resilience. Both cities have rebuilt, with memorials and museums dedicated to remembering the victims and educating future generations about the dangers of nuclear weapons. Survivors, or hibakusha, have become advocates for peace, sharing their stories in hopes of preventing such tragedies from ever happening again. Global movements for nuclear disarmament have gained momentum, though challenges remain in achieving a world free of nuclear weapons. The story of Hiroshima and Nagasaki reminds us of both humanity's capacity for destruction and the importance of striving for peace. It is a story that continues to shape our world, urging us to learn from the past and work toward a safer future. The atomic bomb forever changed the course of history, leaving behind a legacy of both devastation and hope. As we reflect on these events, we are reminded of the responsibility we share to prevent such tragedies from ever happening again. The lessons of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are clear. Peace is a path we must all walk together. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more content to help you improve your English every day.